Australia, arrivo.
Con un sogno, 2 valigie e le dritte di mio cugino che ha fatto 6 mesi a Brisbane.
Marzo-agosto,
Poi è tornato per nostalgia della nonna o della parmigiana.
e dai ma chi controlla? Su dai non scherziamo, zero firme una stretta di mano e ci arrangiamo. Il contratto a voce, promesse da bar e tutti i miei savings all in al the star, all in al
Hello,
the star.
hello, benvenuti ragazzi a un nuovo episodio di Italiani in Australia. Io sono Silvia e sono qua con Monica per un episodio speciale. Ciao Monica, come stai?
Ciao Silvia, e buon sabato! Finalmente ci troviamo di sabato e non di domenica.
Esatto, però volevo far notare, guarda che tempo c'è fuori, perché
Sempre via pioggia.
sì, perché dovete sapere che in tutti gli episodi che noi facciamo piove e
Esatto, ma questo perché non vogliamo rinunciare alla spiaggia.
esatto, quindi anche oggi che è sabato e abbiamo deciso di fare questo, stranamente no, in realtà
Sta per
no, sta
piovere,
per
ma
piovere.
speriamo di sì perché così ferma il party dei vicini che non ho voglia di sentire tutta notte.
Esatto, sta pure tuonando. Comunque, a proposito di party, visto che l'hai appena menzionato, che questi qua sembrano degli scappati di casa,
Il real party invece lo portiamo noi.
esattamente perché il nostro ospite d'onore di oggi è Vince di Club Dolce e per questo facciamo uno switch to English.
Esatto, quindi oggi la puntata sarà in inglese, che è anche un ottimo training per voi per ambientarvi con listening e altre cose. Quindi, presentiamo? Presenti tu? Lascio
Certo.
a te l'onore.
Ciao Vince, ah no, scusa. Hi Vince, how are you?
Ciao belli, hi, how are you?
We are doing great. We are doing great. Thank you for being our guest today. I know you are very busy the whole time, but we are here today to talk about your story and the idea that you actually created, which is very interesting, and it will be very interesting as well for all the people that are listening our podcast. So thank you for joining and welcome to the podcast Italiani in Australia.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for having me.
No, that's a pleasure, and it always happened, I'd say, quite fast when we thought about it, and we literally pitched him the idea, and
Straight away at the console.
yeah, and it was at one of your party it was on a boat a few weeks ago, and it was great. And to me, because I didn't know about your night, so your night it's called La Serata Italiana, correct?
Sì,
And
sì.
yeah, just talk about your night with us. Just how did you get your first idea? How did you start? How did you put into place?
Yeah, for sure. So we're called Club Dolce. We're Australia's biggest Italian event. We do day parties and we also do nighttime parties. When I met you, it was on the day party in Sydney a few weeks ago. It was on the boat that we did, which was really cool. That was our third installment in Sydney. That was our third party that we did in Sydney. The first one that we ever did was a day party, but it was on the island. I don't know if you guys have heard of the island in Sydney.
I've been to the island.
The island it's another boat, right?
No,
Sì,
it's
sì,
a
yeah.
platform.
It's a
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
It's
boat.
different. You have to actually get a boat, a smaller boat to get to the island.
Yeah,
Right. No,
So
I've never
yeah,
been there.
I love it.
That looks so cool.
so that was our first one that we did last year. And that was about three. We packed out the venue. We sold all the tickets that we possibly could, but it was a smaller size. It was about 300. And then, as I said, that was our first introduction to Sydney. From there, we did a venue base, like on land, where we did Club Noir, and then that went up to 450 around that. So each time we've been growing and growing the brand in Sydney, and we got to a point where we said, oh, we want to do another day party, but we had to find a bigger venue. So CDEC came about. Actually, before we did CDEC, we also did Aura nightclub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so we did Aura where we did around 1,000 people. That was
Wow,
last year.
That's impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah, thank you. That was last year in October actually on Halloween night
Ah, all right.
when we had
Yeah.
A Clark and Vinny from Italy.
Yeah, that's impressive, like because it's a short time, but it's not just about the time, it's also if you count the numbers of the nights or the events, there are not many, and you increase like from a 300 up to 1,000 like in such a short time. But because obviously it's called with an Italian name, business it's Club Dolce, obviously you are Italian. You are first generation or second generation
No,
Italian?
second generation.
What's your story?
My story. So my nonni migrated from Italy, as did a lot of people, like friends of like my nonni. So friends who had nonni, they migrated from Italy, and then either landed in Australia or America. And my nonni, they came to Australia by boat, 30 days on the boat with one small valigia, one small suitcase. And every time I think of the story, Mifa, like I get goosebumps, because
Yeah, of course.
imagine being 18, 19, 20, leaving your country and going on a boat to somewhere completely new and then starting a completely new life,
Yeah.
But I always say I wouldn't have the life that I have if it wasn't for my nonni, So that's my background. My nonni came from Abruzzo on my mum's side, and my other nonni from Calabria.
Yeah.
Quindi
So
sono metà metà.
metà metà.
Metà.
So would you say, do you feel, okay, this question was not in the list, but I always come up with questions that are a bit random. Do you feel more Italian? Because obviously you've been raised by you are half, you just said it, so because your
Yeah.
mom is from Italy, or
Yeah.
you feel more Australian? So where is that thin line in the middle, your happy place in which you find the balance to juggle between the two
Mm.
different
Yeah, it's a good
traditions?
question. I mean, durante l'estate mi sento più l'italiano perché sono più abbronzato, guarda. Ma durante l'inverno, no, I'm joking. I feel like I'm more. Obviously, I was born in Australia, so I am Australian, and like I'm half, I'm Italian and Australian. But I like to say that I have a strong presence with my Italian heritage. Um, for example, if the soccer's playing, I like to watch Italy play.
No,
You
okay,
know,
so hold on, stop 1 second. You said soccer. What's your team? Because here we can have a big discussion. Forget about the business and talk about soccer.
my team in Italy or here,
No, Italy.
Italy. Look, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't follow it a lot. I've been playing it all my life. Calcio, I've
Oh,
been
okay.
playing all my life, but AC Milan's always been my number one.
Okay, got it. I see Sylvia has a
The
weird
inside-
face now.
Suffering on the inside because I'm Inter FC forever. My family, it's like mandatory in my family to be
Oh, really?
yeah, to be Inter fans. So
I don't watch soccer, so
yeah,
I'm excused.
but
Which team? Which team?
I don't watch it. If I have
Uh-huh.
to choose, my grandfather was very keen to give me that feelings with Juventus. So I've
Yeah.
always been from Juventus.
Yeah.
But then I started like to stop watching it. I just watched the national team.
Yeah.
And that's what I look
And
like.
that's it.
World Cup, European Cup. I wake up even at 4 a.m. to watch it. It's not a big idea to wake up lately because we never qualify, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, of course. We'll
this
see
year,
now for the World
if
Cup,
we
but
can
who
make
knows?
it, if we can make it.
So
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
God.
look, going back to your question, it's a funny one because I was brought up with my nonni. When my parents were at work, I was raised by my nonni. I was at their house, so I feel like, they would always speak to me in Italian.
Yeah, of
They would
course,
always
of course.
dialect Italian, Abruzzese, Calabrese, like that's why I've picked up on all the language.
Of course.
Yeah.
Are there any little things that would not, because I mean for us, like obviously we migrated here, we have our own little quirks, let's say it like that, our little things that define us, that defines
Yeah.
Italian as Italian.
Of course.
Do you have some of these little things? For example, I don't know, like having a coffee in the mocha, or I don't know, like
Wait, 1 second, and I'll show you. Wait there.
okay.
Yeah.
Moving back and forth from the room, our guest is doing a lot of activity.
Because we care about fitness as well, right?
Allora, what
Of
about
course.
this?
Oh,
yeah,
I
of
got one as
course.
well on my desk. With the job that I'm doing, it's necessary.
What? Hold on.
I mean,
I've got a
if
lapsus. What's the name in English of the
Il
corn?
cornetto.
Cornetto.
yeah, that's what we call. I mean, I call it the corno, but yeah, that's all I
Corno.
know it as. I don't even know the English name. I just call it corno.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's a lucky charm.
Yeah, that's it.
So, Vince, about like your Italian background, heritage, and everything else. And my husband just got me these. So just to make cheers with you. Now, how did the idea of Club Dolce started? Like, what happened in your mind? Like, how did you actually came up with the idea?
Yeah, so my background of as I was saying before off air, we run a weekly club night. It's called Alhambra. So I've been in the industry, in the club industry, for just under 10 years almost. I actually started off as an MC, a vocalist, and I still do that to this day, as you would have seen at Club Dolce. Anyway, fast forward, 7 years from that, it was about 2023, and a close mate of mine and myself, we've known each other since we went to school, both Italian, same heritage. His Nonni came from Italy, the same. And we said, there's no real Italian night that's happening for our culture. You've got your Bosnian night, your Serbian
Really?
night.
Bosnian night?
Yeah, Bosnian Serbian night. You've got your Greek night, but what's like for us, what's happening? There wasn't really much, and me being so passionate about my heritage, as I said, being brought up with my nonni. I go to Italy once a year. I really wanted to give back to like our culture, our Italian community, and create something where we can all come together and sing under one roof, pretty much,
Yeah,
So
this
I
is
mean,
this. Sorry to interrupt you, but this is like listening to him that is actually
yeah,
saying that it's so good because for us Italians, like it's such a thing because being us and our culture, and it's so strong. And your
yeah.
idea, your concept, and you wanted to give back to the community, literally the way that we are, is just amazing because every time that there is an Italian song, we all feel
United,
yes.
somehow.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I see it. I see it every time I go to Italy. It's like a big community almost. You only know if you know, if that makes sense.
yeah, of course.
Um. So that's how it started. It started. I think it was, yeah, it was 2023 was our first event. We
And
came
how
to.
was it like?
It was I wasn't sure what to expect. So to be honest, when we first started organizing the event, it was myself and my other two business partners. We're really, really close friends. We've known each other for a long time, went to school together, as I said. We didn't know what to expect because in Australia, in Melbourne, I would say Australia in general, us Italians aren't as patriot as what the Greeks are, as what the Serbians are. Greeks, they go to Greek school, they learn the language, by the time they're 12, 13 years old, they're speaking fluent Greek. But whereas us Italians, not a lot of us go to Italian school. We don't really know how to speak the language too well. So I wanted to close that gap as much as possible to bring everybody into one area, at least to listen to the music and have a really good time together. So that's how it started. When we first organized our first event, we had locked in a venue for 280 people. That's as many people as it could hold because we thought first event, we'll start small and then we'll work our way up. But when we released tickets and we started doing our promotion and all this sort of stuff, we just found that the hype was just so demanding that we had to actually go to a bigger venue. So we had to move from a 280 person venue to a bigger venue. We actually went to 1,000 pax venue, which was our first venue was at Miss Collins, and we still do that at that venue to this day. So we went from organizing 280 people and we ended up doing 1,000 people in our first
Wow.
event.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations,
And
first of
that,
all.
yeah, I've
Thank you.
almost got goosebumps because that's
Thank you.
that's amazing. Because I have a question on it's more on the music side because if you go back to the when we were on the boat, obviously the selection that was quite different because you sort of mix a bit of songs from the past, so there was a little bit of nostalgia, but they were sort of reworked in a modern way. So they were all remixes, and I personally really loved those. They were amazing. But
Me too.
then obviously you mixed it with something a bit more for everyone, let's say.
Yeah.
Is there a choice because you want to make your events
bit more
more,
international, let's say.
exactly, or just it's personal taste, or what's the
Yeah.
reason behind the selection?
It's a really, really good question. And the main reason, the main answer for that is going back to what I was saying before, that not in a bad way, but where us Italians don't really, we're not as passionate as what the Greeks are, for, as an example, right? They listen to Greek music in the car. They go, they know more about, say, if we talk about music, than what us Italians would, you know. I'm not saying there's no Italians out there, or English Italians that don't know that. There are 100%, but the majority, they only really would know the classics, which is the older stuff, Albano, Ramazzotti, all those all those things. So we have to make sure that we add. I mean, that's just the way we run our night. That's what we're known for. We bring you on a journey from old to new, you know. So we start off with the classics. We go through all those big songs that everybody knows, and then we bring in all those, some modern tracks from that are coming directly from Italy, as well as remixes as well. So it goes back to helping to also educate people when they come to our event. But that obviously takes time. But you have to be smart with the way that you organize the music, you know. So having
Yes,
those
Of course.
classics there is something that we know everybody knows. You go to a wedding, an Italian wedding, and they play all those Italian songs there, you know.
Yes, I do have a question because it brings me a lot of
you
questions.
always have questions.
Yeah, I know, because I love that. No, bring it back to the variety of the songs from a person that is at your event, and that's what you just said, because we knew 80% of the songs, even almost every song, because
Yeah,
it was
we don't
it was done.
usually listen all
Yeah,
of them
no,
because
but
they
we
are more
knew.
stereotypes.
But
Then
I could see the fact that obviously whoever was a second generation Italian,
yeah,
most of the modern tracks, because you put some stuff that were like, I think Boom Boom, but you know, those Fred De
yeah,
Palma,
yeah,
those guys, and they
which are
didn't
more
know.
our generation,
Yeah,
sort of.
and it was so refreshing to me.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
loved
it
it.
was the best. But the second generation's Italian,
They know more everything that came before,
yes,
obviously.
because that's what it goes overseas. I don't know how
Yeah,
to explain it.
yeah, no, but I got it
Yeah,
completely.
Ramazzotti, Laura Pausi, all these guys, they would migrate
Of
here,
course.
but all
Yeah.
these modern ones, they wouldn't. And that's exactly what being said, like educating.
Yeah, it's a mix.
It's a mix.
And it works, in my opinion. Like, it really works because you can have something that is for everyone, and everyone who goes to that specific night will find their own little corner where they'll find their own happiness in
Yeah, it's right.
singing that specific song, which is amazing. Obviously, we grew up in Italy, so we knew nearly all of them, except maybe for one that you don't really know the whole words, but
Yeah.
you get it all. And then the second generation, instead, between like 18 to 70, really can find their corner of happiness with that specific song. And it's good because it's not just Italian, but you actually mix a bit of international as well, as you said.
Yeah.
And that's as well something that breaks it up a little bit
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
goes back to Italian. And I love this
And
aspect.
yeah, because it sort of brings it back on what you said about the community of being part of our culture
Yeah.
and our tradition. And it's such a strong motivation to
Mhm.
like to create an event around that, to
Absolutely.
preserve who we are and get the people outside to get to know us for the way that we are, which I think is probably one of the best things. When you started, were you expecting this sort of success for your night, for your event?
You
You know,
were. I can see from
Yeah,
your
look
face
at
that you're
that.
so
That's
you
mine,
know,
right?
one
That's
thing with
mine.
me, one thing with me, I'm content, but I'm never satisfied. No matter how good something looks, no matter how good it might look from, you know, an outsider perspective. You know, you come to our events and it looks amazing, and I'm content, I'm happy, but you know, I'm still trying to, how can I be better? What can I do next? What can I perfect on? Going back to like what you were saying, I feel like it's successful, but I'm not 100% satisfied. Not in a bad way, but if I become
course.
content and I stay satisfied, then someone's gonna come and eat me up, you know? So
Of
Yeah.
course.
that's the way that my brain works.
And it
Um,
also so like being humble, because we always try to be better. Like you never want to say something, oh yes, that's the best thing I've ever done, because you
But if you deserve it.
yeah, if you deserve it, but you're always striving like to get better and get
Yeah,
something
of
more.
course. You always aim to something better, but you can say that what you're doing is great
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end
no,
of the day.
no, I know.
He's not convinced. I feel like
No,
he
no.
wants to say he wants to
Look,
do better.
we have amazing feedback, and everybody loves our night, and it's fantastic. And I thank everybody for the support and the
Of
community that we
course.
build, and it's amazing. Just to see smiles on people's faces when they come to something that we've created for them. That's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about anything else. Come there, have a laugh, have a drink, bring your family, bring your cugini, zia, your comadre, mitzcara, and bring your dog if you want. I don't care.
I'm gonna
I'll
bring
be
my dog next
there
time
you go,
then.
done.
So
That's a big one.
it's a big one.
I know in Italy they bring the dog everywhere, so why not?
Not to the nightclub though.
Yeah, but
Except
see,
for
if
there.
I
Not
cannot
yet.
really take
Not
take
yet.
her at your night.
So I got a question actually. Sylvia, I'm sorry. Now it's
Yeah,
my
so
turn.
I was prompting for another question already. Thank God you
Now,
interrupted me.
first of all, I want to know what's the craziest or most memorable night that you have at Club Dolce?
Yeah, it definitely would have been last year when we toured A. Clark and Vinny from Sicily, and we brought them over from Sicily to Australia.
Love it.
Yeah, so we did an event in Melbourne, right? And then we did an event in Sydney, which was the Aura, that one that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And we also did a day party as well here in Melbourne. And the way that we set it up in Melbourne, I think I sent you the video. It was a 360 boiler room. That's what we call it. Noi chiamiamo 360 boiler room setup, where the DJ is in the middle of the dance floor and everybody's standing around. And
Yeah.
that was the first Italian style 360 boiler room that anyone has ever done. So we were the first to do that. And to have the international DJs there, and then we had the fireworks go off all around the building. It was very special moment. It was very good. It was very cool.
Next time we want to be there. So you need to let
Well,
us know.
we have a very special surprise happening for our next event in Melbourne, and something that has never been done before. We've never done it before, and no other nightclub has ever done it
So
before
are
either.
you gonna say this
It's
to
a
us
spoiler.
online or offline?
I can't say it because
Can you say it offline to us?
Sylvia, you need to be
potentially.
patient. You'll need to know it after
If you
the
let
episode.
Monica ask more questions, then maybe.
Ah, you see? Thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. Remember, because I need to talk as
So
well.
many questions, but I cannot ask you questions anymore because okay, you go for
So-
another question.
I have a question actually always about the events, obviously. What's the feedback that you hear from people that attend your events? Like, for example, apart from maybe reviews if you have them, but do they ever text you to say something in particular, like DM on Instagram, or do they ever approach you after the event, like as a
Like
first-time
me
attendees?
me personally, or
To Club Dolce, obviously.
like do you mean like do they send us a message to say it was
Yeah, do
good, or
they,
like
I don't know, do
whatever?
they have any feedback somehow?
Yeah.
Like, are they interacting?
Oh yeah. So when we run our events, obviously people come down. Club Dolce's profile on Instagram, it's public, so anybody can tag it, right? So at the end of the event, the next day, I go through everyone who's tagged the event, and Madonna, I'm there for hours just reposting all the videos from the night before, which is amazing. And we have sometimes when I repost them, the other person can see and they'll message back and say, "Oh my God, such an amazing event! Thank you so much for putting it on." So it's my pleasure to do so, but I can't take all the credit. It's myself and my business partners, that my other two
Of course.
business partners, but yeah. Yeah, we do. We have a lot of feedback. It's fantastic. It's great.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I don't know, do you have your last questions? Because I think we are running out.
We are running. I don't know. Maybe this episode is deserve more time. No, I've got yes. I think yes. As Monica said, we are in the final part of the episode.
I have
think,
a few roulette questions.
you wanna do the roulette? I thought that was the last thing left to me to do.
No,
But okay,
have
you
none
do.
left already.
You do. Okay. Are you
So-
ready? We are gonna
Uh,
just shoot you
It's
few
a quick
questions.
question set.
Let's do it.
Just to give our listeners and followers a bit of an understanding of what you like as a person.
And to test you if you are a real Italian or not. That's
Oh.
very
Vediamo.
yeah.
Today,
Do you
Vediamo.
deserve the burgundy color passport or you don't? That's the whole point. Bingo.
Okay, so best Italian song ever.
Oh.
Ha!
And don't say maybe, you have to say wow.
Lasciatemi cantare.
Lasciatemi
I
cantare.
want
Fantastic. I like
It
it.
has
No,
to be.
I can't choose. Really.
Or Gloria, between the two.
I love Gloria. I've been to see Umberto Tozzi here in Sydney, actually.
Wow.
It was myself, Martina, my best friend,
Yeah.
and 278 years old women and men.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And I actually touched him, and Martina was like, "Are you excited because you touched Umberto Tozzi's hand?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, why not?
I'm
That's
going to
so
see
good.
Pupo as well in
Are you?
May.
Amazing.
I am very old soul. Let's just say that Spotify this year in the role, what's that? The final summary, got me 74 years old.
I
That's amazing. But
I was 23.
it's all right because you don't look a day over 20, so it's fine.
Thank you. I love
it.
that.
That's it.
So another question for
You
you.
don't want to ask me my songs? I'm sorry.
Do
Who
you
am
have
I?
a
I'm
song?
left on the
Oh,
side
come on.
here.
What's your song?
I'm for Team Medusa forever, guys.
But that's DJing. It's
It
not
doesn't
song.
matter. They are Italian, so I'm supporting.
Okay. So
True,
the
true.
second question is espresso or cappuccino?
Cappuccino per me.
Cappuccino. Normal
Ma
milk or
con la panna
dairy free?
sopra. Con panna sopra. O ginseng.
Buono ginseng.
Però
Ok.
non dopo le 10 della mattina.
No, primo.
Lo beve
Lo
dopo
beve,
le
non lo vuole
10.
In Australia, we have it here 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, cappuccino.
Non con la pizza però.
No, ok.
At least.
He
No.
said okay.
Vero.
I think he does
I
it.
remember, mi
Wanna
ricordo
tell
un
you.
giorno quando stavo in Italia e ho ordinato un cappuccino, mi hanno detto, era, non so, l'una, penso che era l'una. Mi guardava con la faccia così.
Sì, sei un po' fuori
Cappuccino, ma che
orario.
stai dicendo un cappuccino?
Sei fuori orario, cavolo. Dai, vai,
That's
altra
why I
domanda.
love Italy. I love Italy. It's the best.
So, Milan, Rome, Venice or Napoli nightlife?
Oh, you know what's funny? I've done the nightlife in Italy, but not enough to actually give you a proper answer. I remember going to Music on the Rocks, the clubs. It's called Music on the Rocks in Positano.
Okay.
It was a
Fancy.
nightclub in Positano. And then I've been to another one in Sicily, Koala.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, but I've only been to those two. That's it. Because every time I go to Italy, I want to be by the beach. I don't want to be by the nightclub.
I know. That makes sense. And one Italian word that describes Club Dolce.
One Italian word. Musica.
Musica. I like
That's
that.
what it would be. That's what it would be.
With that accent, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
right. Yeah, we have the signs that we hold up. I don't know if you saw at our event, but we have the signs. One it actually says musica on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've
think we
seen it.
saw
We
it.
did some
And then
photos. as well.
if you flip it, if you flip it, it says "Che cazzo vuoi?"
Was it the one that Martina was holding? Because we took some pictures with a big sign.
Yes.
It's that one.
Maybe,
Regia
yeah.
dice di sì.
Regia said yes.
And when are we going back to Italy? Like, are you planning to visit Italy soon?
Yeah, so I've got a lot of family in Italy. I've got family in Piemonte. I've got family in Liguria, La Spezia. I've got family in Calabria. I've got family in Abruzzo. So I like to go every single year. I didn't go last year. But if we're able to travel this year with, everything that's happening, I'll be going this year, definitely.
We are going. No,
Yeah.
nothing is going to stop us in
Oh,
July,
that's so
August.
good.
We're going.
I'm
Amazing.
there August, September. So if you happen to be there, we need to organize something.
that's the time that I
Same.
usually go. I always
Oh,
go end
that's
of
amazing.
July. End of
Yeah.
July until September.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. So we need
yeah,
to
Yeah,
plan
same.
something. We need to take you to see
100%.
something.
For
Yeah,
sure. Where are
I'm
you
actually
guys
booked to
from?
stay near Milano.
And I'm
Milano?
from Veneto,
Ah, Venezuela. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
near the Lake of Garda, Venice. I'm halfway
Yep,
through. It's a
amazing.
medieval.
I think we can actually organize something, eh?
Yeah, like a baccarat tour in
Essentially,
Venice.
Oh, yeah. Do you know
You're
what
not
Baccarat
ready to
tour
it.
is?
Yeah, no, he's not ready for
what's it?
that.
What's that?
No, I'm just
Baccaro tour. Il Baccaro tour in Venice is when you go around these small baccari, because Venice can be seen in two different ways. Touristy, so this is where you basically find the expensive side of Venice, tourists, mess, you can't
Yeah,
walk, you can't do anything, or you can see it from a local point of view.
love.
yeah.
Venice has a lot of little places called Baccaro. I
Okay,
baccari are basically these little tiny bar, let's say, where you can choose some tapas to eat, and they give you a glass of wine for €2, €3, and you can eat like those local specialities, which may be some fried meatballs, baccalà mantecato, el sour, something
amazing.
amazing. And you basically stop in everyone. So you do
Oh
the
wow.
drinking tour of Venice.
A
The
me mi
funny
piace
thing,
mangiare, lo sai.
yeah, but the funny thing is that they took me to do this Baccarat tour 2 years ago, and we got in Venice was about 11 in the morning or something like that.
The right time to start.
Like we got to Piazza San Marco, but in conditions. I mean, I was in conditions.
You don't go there to visit the place, you go there to taste the
Yeah,
place.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but you need a big training. So if we'll organize something, you gotta train yourself up because I died before. I couldn't
This
make
is
it up
just you, Sylvia.
I don't need no training. Just let's go.
Just
Let's
facts.
go.
That's right.
Oh well.
Okay, so we will do this little Baccaro tour when Vince will be in Italy. No podcast that day, guys, so do not expect us to record anything. It will be just pure fun and eating and
Yes.
drinking.
Yes.
Now, Sylvia, I let the conclusion
Yeah,
to you.
because we talk about other stuff that was not relevant to the episode.
So everyone knows.
What are the future plans for Club Dolce? So
Hello.
what's
Yes.
up next?
Yes. So, as I was saying before, we have a very special surprise for our big Melbourne event, which is happening very soon, and that's going to be in April. So April the 5th, so Easter night.
Yep.
Easter night here in Melbourne at Miss Collins, and then after that, we're coming to Sydney for another big event, which is going to be on land this time at Aura nightclub, and that's on Friday, 24th of April.
Yeah.
So
We'll be there.
Yeah, we definitely will be there.
amazing.
Where can we find the tickets so our listeners can go there and get their own ASAP?
Yeah, so biglietti, you can find them on our Club Dolce Instagram. Just on the profile there, you just click the link and it'll take you to Eventbrite. Si chiama Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just on our socials. We always post the links. So
Okay.
Okay,
That's really
fantastic.
easy.
So, guys, we'll share these podcasts, obviously, and the link and everything else, so you can just click and book. And if you guys are coming, we'll see you there.
Yeah, of
and I'll
course.
give you a discount code that your listeners can use as well.
Oh,
that's
that's amazing. So
Oh,
kind of
cute.
you.
You're welcome.
Cute.
All good.
Oh, okay. So if you guys have some questions that you want to ask us or you want to ask Vince, you can write us an email at italiani.thepodcast@gmail.com. Or you can write in DM to Club Dolce and follow Vince on Instagram. You'll find all the highlights of their events, Italian songs, and a bit of everything. And they can find also all the updates.
Exactly. So
And
we can celebrate a little bit together.
yeah,
That's
of
right.
course. I just want to say again to Vince, thank you so much for being our guest today.
You're
It
welcome.
was literally amazing to see the concept behind this big project and the sense of community and the culture sort of a way to bring everyone together. I don't think that a lot of events have this strong concept
No,
behind.
kind of not.
And it's beautiful to see that even far away from home, there is always a place in which we can feel at home actually, because when you guys played few songs, I felt like I was in a club in Italy at summer drinking my
That's
cocktail,
true, that's
right?
true. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
amazing. Grazie a voi.
Yeah. No, è stato un piacere. Are we
Sì.
switching back to Italian or for the saluti?
Certo, salutiamo tutti, grazie di averci seguito
Grazie
un'altra
mille.
volta, grazie Silvia per avermi ospitata per questa puntata che ho trovato fantastica, sono stata molto contenta di partecipare un po' alla pericast anch'io perché sennò sono sempre in divisa.
È vero, e tu sempre pushy per fare puntate un pochino più casual. Alla fine
Esatto, ce l'ho fatta alla fine ragazzi, ce l'ho fatta.
abbiamo messo tuo marito in regia per
Baby in
l'occasione.
panchina.
Ciao regia.
Ciao
Va
panchina.
bene, grazie mille a tutti, buona fortuna per stasera, mi raccomando, spacca i culi a tutti
E noi
Grazie.
ci vediamo il
24.
24.
Sì.
Con
Dai.
sogno, due
Ciao,
valigie
grazie.
e le
Ciao,
dritte
bella.
di mio
Ciao.
cugino che ha fatto 6 mesi a Brisbane.
Marzo-agosto,
Poi è tornato per nostalgia della nonna o della parmigiana.
e dai ma chi controlla su